it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be yet another pop culture conspiracy theories for you guys. As you guys know, I love pop culture. It's how I stay connected with what's going on in the world. But before we get into it, I would like to thank Fuzzy for sponsoring today's video. So if you have a pet, you know they're just part of your family, and Fuzzy knows that there's nothing like coming home to a healthy pet, and that should be your top priority as a pet owner. So Fuzzy is a telehealth service for pet parents. It offers 24/7 access to personal pet care from veterinarian specialists. This is super great because you can use Fuzzy for everyday questions or middle of the night emergencies where you need to have a vet look at something or just ask some questions to them about your pet, which is super helpful. I also love that Fuzzy can help recommend the exact right products you need for your pet, all of which are handpicked by their established team of veterinarian professionals. They're available at discounts exclusive for Fuzzy members. Like if your pet is recommended any medication, you can get it right from Fuzzy. For example, my best friend's puppy Termite, who I just love. He's like my own son. He is like allergic to a lot of things in food. Like I think he's allergic to chicken, which you'd think is really rare for dogs because dogs usually eat a lot of chicken. But Fuzzy can help set up the perfect diet for your pet's needs. Right now, Fuzzy is offering my subscribers a free 7-day trial membership. Go to yourfuzzy.com/Platti to sign up. That's a free 7-day trial and access to exclusive membership discounts on pet meds, supplements, foods, and more. That's yourfuzzy.com/Platti. Definitely go check them out. Again, yourfuzzy.com/Platti for your free trial of Fuzzy with access to 24/7 personalized pet care and vet recommended products. Definitely go check Fuzzy out, and without further ado, let's get into the pop culture conspiracy theories. The first conspiracy theory we're going to talk about surrounds none other than Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. I feel like a lot of people have theories about them, but I saw this TikTok that I thought was relatively interesting. It talks about the idea that Kim Kardashian actually manifested Pete Davidson. I truly believe in the law of attraction and manifesting. Like, I think it's really legit, but this one, I don't know, it just like kind of made me laugh a little bit, but like maybe. In 2018, Kim posted this picture with the caption, "Universe must have my back," which if you guys don't know is Ariana Grande's song called Pete Davidson. And Ariana actually like responded to this like in the comments and said, "Fell from the sky into my lap," which is like the next lyric. So people think that this is Kim Kardashian like manifesting. Kind of funny, but I also just thought it was really interesting, and I feel like no one really talks about the like concept of the fact that like Kim and Ariana like were friends. I don't know how like good of friends they were, obviously, and Ariana still sends her like PR packages and stuff. I just think it's like super interesting. Yes, like their relationship was like kind of short, but they were like engaged, like they were gonna get married. I think that's kind of crazy. Do you think that Kim like manifested Pete Davidson by saying like, "Universe must have my back"? I mean, I don't know if that, I wonder if she like thought he was cute like before. Like I just have so many questions. Speaking of Kim Kardashian, a few months ago we talked about the theory that she photoshops her pictures, which isn't really a theory, but there was this like specific picture, Kim's daughter Chicago and Khloe's daughter True at Disneyland, that people were like, this is photoshopped, and Kim has confirmed that it was. Basically, it was originally a picture of Chicago and Stormi, and Kylie didn't want any pictures to be posted of Stormi at that time, so she photoshopped True onto it. I just think that's so strange, but either way, confirmed conspiracy theory, so I thought that was pretty interesting. I truly still believe the theory that I talked about in the previous video when we talked about photoshopping, is that I think that celebrities Photoshop badly on purpose. It brings traction, gets a lot of comments because it'll be people commenting about it, people tagging their friends being like, "Oh my gosh, look at this Photoshop like job, it's so fucked up," whatever it is. And that in turn increases engagement, which increases people to like the picture, to see the picture. It's just like a simple tactic that makes a lot of sense. So the next few theories that I want to talk about come from the Met Gala. A lot of people on the internet will really hate on a lot of different celebrities' outfits, saying how they didn't stay on theme or how it's just like bad. It's just like, regardless, whether it's good or bad things about the Met Gala, it goes crazy viral. I'm sure you guys have seen. My theory with the Met Gala is that I think designers kind of have this leeway where whatever they create doesn't have to be like the most beautiful dress. It could be like something that's like really not so great, and a lot of people will end up talking about it, thus creating a lot of press surrounding the designer. Because good and bad press for someone like a fashion designer that's like super big, like say if it's like Gucci and you don't like what the outfit is, like they're gonna be just fine, but it still brings this press. Like, for example, let's just talk about Hailey Bieber, because I think Hailey Bieber looked great. People did not like it. Like people liked the dress, but people were like, okay, this is not on theme, this is not Met. Like they were just disappointed in it overall. But like regardless of the situation, it's still bringing press to whatever the person is wearing. But I do think that it's an interesting theory to be like, do you think designers sometimes make a dress or an outfit really ugly on purpose to be the most talked about dress of the Met? Because I feel like the celebrities get more of the blame for some reason than the designers, which I think is an interesting concept, but it still does get people talking about the designers in a way. Do you think celebrities sometimes like to be the like worst dressed of the Met? Obviously being the best dressed of the Met is like a bigger fish to fry. Like that's like gonna be hard because so many people always look really great, but to be the worst dressed, I feel like is kind of easier, and it still gets people buzzing and people talking about you and people talking about the design and the designers, and I think that this is a really interesting concept. I do kind of believe that this is like somewhat true. For example, I feel like Blake Lively was like the best dressed this year, and that's like really hard to say because there was a lot of people who really did a great job. It's really hard to like be the one person that stands out the most in a good way. So many people were also dressed so well that it's hard to get that coveted spot of like the best dressed of the Met. But I think the worst dressed is easy. And I think that they maybe talk about the worst dressed more. Like I have seen more shit on TikTok about like the worst dressed people than the best ones. And I think it's an interesting concept because it gets people talking about these people. It's kind of smart if you think about it. Especially for celebrities who like aren't as popular as somebody like Blake Lively. Like I feel like Blake Lively doesn't really like, she doesn't have to be the best dressed, but she also doesn't need the press of being the worst dressed. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not, and again, I'm not saying Hailey Bieber was the worst dressed at all. I actually think she looked great. She wasn't really on theme, but she looked really pretty. But I'm saying like people who maybe just want that little extra oomph of like press and TikTok time and social media time in general, maybe lean towards a style that they think that people might actually not like. Piggybacking off the Met Gala, I want to talk about Kylie Jenner's look for a second. I would say a lot of people really hated on Kylie's Met Gala look, but she was actually paying homage to her friend who was a designer, Virgil, who passed away. Thought that it was interesting that people were just like talking about how much they didn't like it versus people talking about how she went for like a very bridal look for not only the actual Met Gala but the after party as well. She continued this bridal theme, and I found that to be interesting. I kind of think maybe she's either married already to Travis Scott or announcing that she'll get married soon or being engaged. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting and no one was really focused on that, so let me know what you guys think. The last conspiracy theory that we're going to be talking about has to do with none other than Britney Spears and Brittany Murphy. Britney Spears used to live in a mansion that was above Sunset in the Hollywood Hills, and after like a hard weekend, she had one of her friends send over a Reiki healer to her home. However, she claimed that this healer like opened up some sort of portal to a bunch of bad energies. She said that she like could feel herself being pushed down the stairs, like just like really scary shit basically. Britney was very adamant on the fact that like this place became haunted after this experience that she had. And that's just really terrifying, but Britney like was not having it. She literally left and never returned. Like, she checked into a hotel and sold the house immediately with all of its furniture in it, like literally out of there. So Brittany Murphy later ended up moving into this home that Britney Spears claimed was incredibly haunted. As you guys probably know, Brittany Murphy sadly passed away in 2009 under very suspicious circumstances. No one is still to this day quite sure how she passed away. Basically, it was ruled as natural causes, which is super strange because she was only 32. And 5 months later, her husband Simon passed away as well. Of the same natural causes. So people immediately thought this was very, very suspicious. To this day, this case is still not solved, and there's a lot of theories on it, and I would love to do another whole video on this. I did one forever ago, and honestly, it's probably embarrassing, so don't even watch it. It was like 4 years ago. But I would like to do another one because I just think this case is really scary and really interesting. But we're going to talk about the idea that it could have been due to the house being haunted. So Brittany Murphy never really claimed to see any spirits specifically of this house, but she did hate the house. She felt like a weird vibe surrounding it. She was never really comfortable there. Her husband even talked about this like after she had died, but before he passed away. He talked about how she absolutely hated staying there, and that every time that they were driving down Sunset, she would beg him to like stay at the Beverly Hills Hotel instead of going to their house that they owned. Her husband also claimed that Britney believed that the property was unlucky and that she just did not want to live there, and she was planning on moving her husband, and her mother to New York and start a family there. Britney Spears actually recently talked about this on Instagram, not specifically about the house, but about Brittany Murphy in general. And she posted this picture of a magazine that Brittany Murphy is on, and she said, quote, "Saw this online today. Is anybody else curious? She died at 32. Just saying. P.S. I know this was a while ago, but come on, they're still investigating." I thought this was really interesting that Britney Spears decided to talk about this, because I do feel like she does think that there's a connection with that house. There's something very dark energy that she believed was existing in this house, and then Brittany Murphy and her husband just passed away like of just weird circumstances after living there. I don't know. I think it's really scary and really interesting. If you guys would want to see a whole video on Brittany Murphy, please let me know, because like there's been a lot of new information since I made the original video, and I just think it's like super interesting to talk about. I don't know if like anything like haunted and creepy like that happened, but I do think that there is definitely something strange regarding her death. I think that people should really talk about it because it's very terrifying. So let me know what you guys think. But that is it for today's conspiracy theories video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below any other pop culture conspiracy theories you might have. I would love to know. But that is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every week, and I will see you guys later. Bye.